Hi, friends, and a most pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks in Aston, Pennsylvania, home of Delaware Hockey Network coverage of the Philadelphia Little Flyers U16AA Orange girls team as they take on the Union Thunder in this Saturday matinee from just outside the city of brotherly love. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box, our assistant producer, Broadway Joe Sindoni. Holding down the fort on videography duty today. And a look at these Flyers in search of their fourth win of the season. They've been led offensively by Nadia Reddy. There you see her, number 29 in Philadelphia white, black, and orange. 4 goals and 3 assists so far this season, leading this team in points and also leading her high school varsity team, where she serves as alternate captain. Net-minding tandem led by Riley McIntosh this season. She's 3-2-1 in Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association play. There she is between the pipes, .349 her goals against average and her save percentage .855. The other half of the Philadelphia net-minding tandem, Emlyn Costello, looking for her first win of the year. But as far as the numbers go, .366 in the goals against average column and .875 for her save percentage. So stats-wise, not too far off Riley McIntosh. Not sure who's getting the start today. We'll find out together in a couple minutes as we join you wherever you may be here on the Delaware Hockey Network. All brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready to drop the puck on a Saturday afternoon meeting between the Union Thunder and the Philadelphia Little Flyers.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Union Thunder at the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Union 1-11-0 on the year. Philadelphia 3-11-1 in Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association competition. And we're set for this Sunday afternoon matinee between the Thunder and the Little Flyers. Jim Maxwell and Kyle Jones are officials today. And the Flyers traveling right to left in opening period play will be clad in their home white sweaters. Black yoke, black numbers on the back, orange trim all around. Union decked out in nearly head-to-toe black. White numbers and names on the back, blue trim will be moving from left to right. 17 minutes on the center ice clock. Here at Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. This game played under USA hockey rules. 3 17-minute periods, delayed offsides. And icing on penalty kills now once again legal in the U16 and up age brackets. Riley McIntosh, 3-2-1 on the year, getting the call between the pipes for Philadelphia. Nadia Reddy taking the opening draw. Across from Addison Lauro, and here we go on Saturday afternoon in Delco. Gowdy, the recipient of the advancing pass from Barrows to gain the Union line. Trying to hold the zone was Gowdy, couldn't do so. Barely holding was Barrows off her backhand from the right point. She dumps the puck in behind the net, and trying to stick handle free is Baldoni. This is advanced beyond center by Madison Cortez. A poke check from Isabella Gowdy slowed her up. And recovering for the Flyers is Ella Connors, sending the puck up the far boards to Reddy at center, who dumps the puck in the rest of the way from there and hustles off for a change. Quick first shift, only 42 seconds before the Philadelphia Little Flyers got their second combination of skaters on. Anna Scott just holding the line. This is taken away and pushed up the far boards by Natalie Gapp. Union getting some fresh legs on as well, as the Flyers' second offensive wave is led by Alora Serpentine. She shovels the puck into Scott, working the near corner. Puck thrown net front. Reaching forward is Ellen Smith. Back it comes to Scott. Migrating up to the near half wall, pressured by Sydney Montez. DiBerardo at the left point. Pushed into neutral territory and ultimately stripped of the puck. Working to center was Elizabeth Walden. And she dumps in the rest of the way behind the Philadelphia goal, where Beckett Harold recovers for the Flyers and rolls the puck up the right wing boards as far as center before Lana Gonzalez bats it down and chips it in behind the Flyers goal once again. 105 seconds behind us in the first of these 3 17-minute periods. Violet Baldoni stymieing Serpentine on that intended breakout pass. Serpentine regains. Scott, hassled by Montez, shovels the puck as far as center, where Matilda Fogarty is slowed up, and Baldoni again gains the Flyers line. DiBerardo with the long clear. This sails beyond the reach of netminder Amelia Rattleman. And an icing against the Flyers gives us a pause in play. 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the first period, and we've yet to see a shot on goal as the Thunder line up for an attacking zone face-off. Lauro in for the attacking zone draw, but Matilda Fogarty walks her way to center before being slowed up by a host of Union sticks in the neutral zone. Gonzalez recovers for the Thunder. She backhands the puck ahead to Lauro. Lauro slowed up at center by Caroline Conabear. Puck is knocked loose. Lyons tries to keep it in the neutral zone, but Cortez muscles the vulcanized rubber in over the Philadelphia line, where Talene Kapigian finds Fogarty on a breakaway. Breakaway chance from Fogarty. Stonewalled by Rattleman. And we've got a pause in play after the first shot of the afternoon. Another look at the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Stretch play opportunity. But Amelia Rattleman slams the door and keeps the Flyers scoreless. Philadelphia controlling the attacking zone draw. Gowdy to Reddy. Net front feed. Connors couldn't slap one past on the welcome mat. Holding the near post was Rattleman for save number 2. Follow-up chance, whistles wide. Reddy shovels this in. She scores. Nadia Reddy puts the Flyers on the board. 3:15 into the first period. It is 1-0 as Reddy gets her 5th goal of the season. Watching this again, Connors trying to track down her own rebound. Gave it away. Reddy picks up the loose puck off a Union stick, so an unassisted goal for Nadia Reddy in her 5th of the year. Puts the Flyers up 1-0 in these early stages. And there it is for you in the upper left corner of your TV. Nadia Reddy's 5th of the year unassisted at 3:15. Kira Sturkio couldn't make her way through the slot in the Philadelphia zone. Smith takes the puck away and she chips it up the near boards in behind the Union goal. Alora Serpentine recovers. She's angled behind the net. Her stick is lifted by Kira Sturkio, who could not escape the zone. Sturkio pulls back. Unable to hold the line for Philadelphia was Barrows. Scott pulls back into the neutral zone, and she walks in up the middle into a 1-on-2 while her fellow Flyers change up. A giveaway to Baldoni, unable to clear. Baldoni circles behind her own net. Tries to play the puck up the near side where Raleigh comes crashing in to offer resistance to Cortez. Madison Cortez and Kira Sturkio leading point scorers for Union this season, both with 3 goals and 2 assists. Emma Alvarez also with 3 goals, sitting 3rd among Thunder skaters in terms of offensive productivity. We're just past 5 minutes into the first period of a 1-0 hockey game. Philadelphia with the early advantage over Union. Montez, pressured by the forechecking Matilda Fogarty. Struggling to break out, puck is knocked loose again. Fogarty keeping the pressure on. This is gained and cleared by Walden. Walden's got a 2-on-1 after negotiating traffic in the neutral zone, but Beckett Harold stood her up at the bottom of the near circle. Harold fails to clear the first time. She gets the puck back, but as she tried to walk up the middle, Sturkio nearly took it away. DiBerardo failed to clear. Sturkio turns and shoots. This is caught and held by Riley McIntosh, in for her first save of the afternoon. So some breakout struggles for Philadelphia as we near the end of 6 minutes in the first period. Turnover in the high slot, and the Kira Sturkio shot right into the McIntosh glove. Riley with time and space to see that puck the whole way in, make the easy glove save, and bring play to a halt as we now pass the 6-minute mark of the first period. And the Flyers regain control in the neutral zone. Isabella Gowdy taking aim from atop the left circle. Shot was wide off its release and was tipped into the corner by Rattleman. Battle for the puck developing over Rattleman's shoulder, 2 players aside. Flyers dig this free, trying to walk in on the welcome mat was Gowdy. Couldn't tip the puck past Rattleman on the welcome mat again. Thunder take it away, and Cortez, pressured by Connors, throws the puck in over the blue line and behind the Philadelphia goal. She turns on the forechecking heat as the other Thunder skaters change up. Gonzalez across the line to Seamus. Back to Gonzalez. This comes at her own stripe. Given away to Connors across neutral territory. Connors off her backhand. Lana Gonzalez recovers. Talene Kapigian skating down the puck at the near half wall of her own zone. Finds Scott through traffic up the near boards. Scott 1-on-1. Got a shot away. That one rang off the crossbar and bounced straight down to the far corner. Smith surrounded by black sweaters. Couldn't maintain Philadelphia's offensive momentum. And here come the Thunder back on the attack. Walden volleys it over the blue line. Raleigh returns to center. Seamus turning deep in her own zone. Struggled to clear the puck, but it bounces toward the scorer's table, where again the Flyers recover, and this is backhanded by Ellen Smith. Back in over the Thunder line, but given away. We're nearly halfway into the first period of a 1-0 hockey game. Philadelphia the early advantage over Union. Giveaway off a bad breakout pass. Serpentine bobbled the puck, and Sturkio drove it deep into the Philadelphia end. The Flyers lost the battle, but they won the war, cleared, and Loro turned it back into Philadelphia territory before Raleigh once again sails the puck as far as the Union blue line. Montez to Cortez. Jim Maxwell signaling a delayed offside as Sturkio was well afore of the blue line. Smartly, the Thunder skaters do not touch the puck, but they'll mount another counterattack from their own blue line before Sturkio was stood up at center by Konebear. Loose puck corralled by Barrows. She takes aim from the bottom of the right circle, but missed the net altogether. Holding the point is Christie. She gives the puck away. Madison Cortez floated it toward the blue line, but not out. That was barely held in first time round. Thunder cleared the second. Looked like Lyons was just offside on the entry, but Messrs. Young and Maxwell say play on. From their vantage point, it was clean, so continue on we go. Konebear off the far boards, gave the puck away to Addison Loro. Karam's shot pushes the puck back toward neutral ice. As we come to the final 7:15 of the first period, Philadelphia 1, Union 0. Konebear in front of her own bench gave way. Harold at her blue line recovers. Christie could not connect cleanly with Lyons over the blue line. And our first penalty of the game, so it appears, is coming up. Had the body language of a penalty, had the development of a penalty, but no, that's just a garden variety offside. We're 5-on-5 with 6:47 to go in the first period, and Connors tried to stick handle her way through tight traffic just inside the blue line. Segerjenik with the takeaway, keeping play at neutral. Gowdy in the near corner. Could not find Reddy. This puck is taken away and sent clear by Elizabeth Walden. Kepigian up the left wing boards from just above her own blue line. Worked the puck through traffic, icing waved off as we work to the 11-minute juncture of opening period play. Nadia Reddy double team set up. Connors with a shot in the mid slot, but that was blockered away by Rattleman. 5:55 to go in the first. Viviana Serpentine protecting the right point. Viviana wearing number 81. Alora wearing number 18. Viviana just clears her line. Ella Connors drove the puck back across the neutral zone. Now Talene Kepigian with time and space. Finding Scott on the re-entry. Scott puts on the brakes while her fellow Flyers change, waiting for the reinforcements. Scott found Smith. Back to Scott. This comes at the left dot, but she's pickpocketed right as she tried to get the shot away. And Madison Cortez has a 2-on-2 for the Thunder. Her shot from distance ricochets off the backboards. Cortez lost her footing and slid right in front of the Philadelphia bench. Meanwhile, the Thunder maintaining attacking position. Montez bodied off the puck by Scott. Montez staying with the play. Gave it away mid-zone to Barrows, who clears but could not find Smith across ice. Cortez throws it up the left wing boards. Back on the stick of Raleigh at her own blue line. Directed diagonally across neutral territory, where Scott holds her ground across from Montez, and Alora Serpentine comes sweeping in to advance the puck over the Union blue line. Serpentine in close, fires off the backhand into the pads of Rattleman. Follow-up chance on the welcome mat from Ellen Smith. Couldn't get past either. And we've got a pause with 4:21 to go in the first period. And a look at those rapid-fire Rattleman saves coming up on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Here's Serpentine, backhand shot. Rebound lay loose in front. And Smith, under further defensive pressure from Lauro, couldn't connect on the rebound chance as we now work to the final 4:12 of the first period. Net front opportunity again for Serpentine off the setup from Conabear. She couldn't get good contact on the puck at the edge of the blue paint. This is pushed back to center. Fanning on it was Christie. Jenick pushes the puck back to the Philadelphia line. And this is steered beyond the reach of Fogarty by Walden. For you fellow grammarians out there, passive voice comes in handy whenever the Union sweaters lack sleeve numbers and player identification takes an extra beat and a half. So while it's not our favorite, it's a useful linguistic tool in moments like these. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule your free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. The Law Office of Heather A. Long, presenting partner of the Delaware Hockey Network, and a Philadelphia Little Flyers girls coverage here on the DHN. Thunder looking for the equalizer. The Riley McIntosh says no, ma'am. Here it comes again on the replay. Taking aim from distance was Baldoni. And Lauro on the welcome mat couldn't finish off the rebound. Another rapid fire shot, another save from McIntosh, and the face-off will come to her right with 2:49 to go in opening period play. Gonzalez from center point. Got the puck on net. It was tipped aside by McIntosh to the near corner. 2:35 to go in the first. Philly 1, Union 0. Reddy's got time and space if she can track down the puck, but she lost her angle before she could. Double team to the near corner. Reddy unable to center. That pass was broken up by Lana Gonzalez. Isabella Gowdy sweeps into the far corner to hold her ground in what was a two-a-side puck battle. But this taken away from the forward who's been playing since she was 7. And now Gowdy off the long stretch pass. Chips the puck in over the Union blue line, and that facilitates a dump and change for the Little Flyers looking to pad this 1-0 advantage. Breakout pass from deep in the Union zone off the Lauro stick. Too long for Walden to reel in. Jenick pulls back inside her own line. Walden swats the puck over the Philadelphia line. Didn't get great contact on the puck, and that enabled Serpentine to clear it back toward neutral territory. 80 to go in the first. Viviana Serpentine second time. Couldn't connect with Smith up the right wing boards. This was turned back in by the Thunder's Addison Lauro. Montez swarmed at center. Gave the puck away to Kapigian. Advancing pass to Smith was broken up. Jenik, long shot, sticked aside by McIntosh, and this brings us to the final 1 minute of the first period. Violet Baldoni, swarmed by Scott, had support in the form of Walden. Centering pass, Baldoni, surrounded by white sweaters between the train tracks, gave way to Alora Serpentine, who heads a 3-on-2 for Philadelphia. Scott off the cross-ice pass from Smith. Shot from 35 feet was sticked up into the atmosphere by Rattleman. Into the far corner, the Union Thunder regained control. Walden unable to clear. Barrows held the line. Smith in the far corner, looking for options. She's double-teamed there. She fed the puck to Chloe Lyons, who took aim from just above the bottom of the far circle. That was paddled away by Rattleman. We come to the final 12. Walden with the dump in for the Thunder. Puck rolls to the far corner where Jenik is met by Barrows. The Flyers clear, icing waved off, and the final seconds of the first period tick away with the Philadelphia Little Flyers heading to the intermission up 1-0 over the Union Junior Thunder. We'll take 90 seconds. We'll be back with the second period on the DH10. It's brought to you by Heather A. Lowe.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks, ready to go for period number 2 in this Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association U16 AA matchup between the Philadelphia Little Flyers Orange Squad and the Union Thunder. And Philadelphia, thanks to Nadia Reddy's attacking zone takeaway and her 5th goal of the season, bring a 1-0 lead into the second period. James Witherite joining you all from the 412 Communications press box with Broadway Joe Sindoni, Jim Maxwell, and Kyle Jones, the officials for this game. If you're just joining us, Union in black on the attack to start the second period. Philadelphia in white moving from our left to our right as McIntosh is swarmed on this opening drive. Cortez trying to put away a rebound chance, stonewalled by the Philadelphia netminder, who comes away with 2 rapid-fire saves to start this second period. Faceoff's going to come to her left with 16 seconds off the clock. Cortez maintaining off the draw. Puck was centered from Sturkio at the point into a congested slot. Connors takes this away. She advances the puck to Gowdy beyond center, across to Reddy. Time and space. She backhands. Shot into the pads of Rattleman. Connors' second chance is in. Philadelphia has doubled up their lead. Ella Connors crashes the net. You know the old adage, go to the net and good things happen. Well, That was certainly the case here as this starts with Connors at her own blue line. Gowdy cross ice pass to Reddy. And after Rattleman had the last word on the initial shot, Connors finding the rebound, puts back her third of the season to give the Flyers a 2-0 advantage. So 3 on the year for Connors, Reddy and Gowdy with the helpers. The Flyers trying to prolong their attack, but Jenik took the puck away and worked it to center. Baldoni gets it in low. And she hustles off for a change. Meanwhile, coming back the other direction is Chloe Lyons. Lyons, Konebear, crashing the net. Sturkio tied her up. And the chain reaction of Konebear crashing into Rattleman sent the Union net off its moorings and brings play to a pause with 15:23 to go in period number 2. Friends, make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware, just a 10-minute drive from IceWorks, can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order. Call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Scott net front to no avail. Thunder clear. It was Sturkio who did. Serpentine to serpentine. Viviana clears. Scott tried to connect with Smith over center, but she couldn't control the puck. And Sydney Montez trails back into her own zone to try to set up a deliberate breakout. Cortez getting some support from Gap after turning the puck over. Now Cortez chips it up the right wing wall. And we've got our first penalty of the game with 14:13 to go in the second period. Anna Scott taking the walk of shame. She's off for roughing. And that puts the Flyers on their first PK of the afternoon. This penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email Mo, mjr at 412communications.com. Anna Scott off for roughing at 2:47. And our first look at the Thunder power play this afternoon. Gonzalez weaves up the left wing boards. She caroms the puck behind the net. Connors tries to take it away. Gonzalez just inside the line gave way to a ready poke check, sending the puck skittering back to center and Sheamus. Connors couldn't pile drive her way past Sheamus at center, but she gets the puck back as it's cleared back to neutral by Martha Barrows. Connors and Jenik tied up. Sheamus shovels the puck in over the Philadelphia line. This is recovered by Raleigh and sent clear from right between the circles in her own end. Again, icing is legal on penalty kills in the U16 age classifications per the USA Hockey Rulebook, likewise delayed offside. 40 seconds remaining on this Philadelphia penalty. And again, the Flyers clear, thanks to Ella Connors throwing the puck up the right wing boards, and some fresh penalty killers will come on for the ladies in white, black, and orange. Montez could not find Sturkio. Barrows clears. 15 to go on the woman advantage for Union. Gap gave way to Lions. Loro regains the puck for Union. Cross ice pass chased down by Cortez as the Scott penalty reaches its expiration. She heads to the bench, and Fogarty takes her place with another penalty due for the Flyers. As Rattleman made a break for the bench, but the Flyers touched up with 4:58 beyond us. In the second period, roughing the call against Lions. So right back to the PK. Go with the Little Flyers after a successful kill wrapped up just 11 seconds ago. Chloe Lyons, the guilty party. Roughing at 4:58. Putting the Flyers down a woman once again. They win the opening draw. Loro recovers. Holding the point was Gonzalez. This is slammed clear, and Christie turns on the forechecking Jets to try to force a mistake from Lana Gonzalez. Gonzalez overshoots Loro on the breakout pass up the left wing boards. This trails back into Philadelphia territory, where Christie left it back for DiBerardo. Fogarty just clears. Thunder recover at center. Sturkio to Gonzalez, now to Loro, working up the left side. Loro, Cortez, splitting defenders, walks in. Shot was off its line. Gonzalez holding the left half wall off that Harold failed clear. Cross ice pass from the corners sailed right through bodies in the slot and was pushed by Fogarty back over the Philadelphia blue line, forcing the Thunder to have to regroup. More aggressive kill this time from Philadelphia. Christie tipped the puck back to center before pursuing it. Cortez bobbled, and that gave Christie the chance to kill a few more seconds off this Philadelphia penalty. Again, a roughing minor issued to Chloe Lyons at 4:58 in the second period. 2-0 the score with 6.5 minutes behind us in the second. Philadelphia goals from Nadia Reddy and Ella Connors. Reddy with a goal and a helper. Certainly leading the way on the offensive for the Philadelphia side as they work to the end of a second successful penalty kill. Anna Scott takes the body right at her own blue line and turned the puck over. Montez has to wait. Delayed offside as Baldoni and Sheamus together were in over the blue line. Here's a 2-on-0. Smith, the recipient of a net front feed. Denied by Rattleman with 9:35 to go. We'll give this chance another look. Serpentine finding Smith after beating the defender, but Ellen Smith just ran out of space to take a clean shot. And Amelia Rattleman, holding on for her 13th save of the game, keeps this 2-0. Face-off comes to the near side. Serpentine, Scott, and Smith. Supported by Kapigian and the other Serpentine. Baldoni could not clear off her backhand. Smith recovers for Philadelphia. Kapigian across the line. Serpentine. She lobs the shot in. Viviana Serpentine's chance from distance didn't have much on it, and it was blocked down by a Thunder defender in the slot. This is worked clear by Sturkio with some help ahead from Walden. Kepigian at center regains the Union line, but only briefly so before Montez turned the puck back up the right wing boards. Jenik gave way to a Kepigian poke check. Cross ice pass near side. Smith's got road to enter up the right wing boards, but in a 1-on-3, she had limited options. She throws the puck in toward netminder Amelia Rattleman, who freezes and holds for the pause with 8 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second period. And it looks like those shots on goal just now went on the wrong side. Should be 17-7. But the center ice scoreboard shows 15-9. Barrows! From the point makes it 3. Martha Barrows getting her second of the year. Sails one in from long range. Again, this off a broken play. So an unassisted goal at 8:39. Giving Philadelphia even more breathing room on this Saturday afternoon. Second of the year for the defender who's been playing since the age of 10 and a second-generation hockey player her mom played. So the progression continues with Martha Barrows. And it's been worth noting that she's been teammates with Chloe Lyons, wearing number 27 for her entire club career. So the chemistry years long. And Martha Barrows sailing the puck in from the right point gives the Little Flyers a 3-0 advantage over the Union Thunder. Connors looking for another. Found ready just over the blue line. This comes back to Ella Connors, gaining center after gathering the puck back in. She throws it off the end boards behind the Union goal. That enables the Flyers to change up. Baldoni gets a shoulder from Scott at center. That ruled within the bounds of competitive contact. As Scott regains the puck, her shot was blocked. Puck pinballs in the slot, trying to throw it in net front. For Philadelphia was Chloe Lyons, but she was denied by Amelia Rattleman. So a couple rapid-fire Rattleman saves again. Keeping the game 3-0, but the Thunder have been struggling to generate high-danger chances on the other end of the rink. And Riley McIntosh doing her fair share of the lifting for Philadelphia. 9 shots, 9 saves this afternoon. Walden through traffic to Jenik, swatting the puck beyond DiBerardo in off the backboards behind the Philadelphia net. DiBerardo recovers. This is cleared. Konebert confronted, couldn't push the puck over the blue line. Montez pulls back behind her own stripe, gives way to Lyons, who lost her footing in the neutral zone. She got a nudge in the back from Natalie Gap, forcing the turnover. 5:40 to go in the second period. Philadelphia 3, Union 0. Montez gave way to Lyons, shoveling the puck in over the Union blue line. This is pursued by Christie in the far corner. Cycle to Lyons, offering support. Konebert protecting for the Flyers behind the net, but she attracts a crowd, and this is ultimately taken away. Here's Sturkio streaking up the left wing boards. Had to pivot around Scott on the defensive before finding a shot lane. But that chance from just inside the line was caught and held by Riley McIntosh for save number 10 and a pause in play with 5:09 to go in the second period. Goalie change for the Thunder as Allison McGraw will take over the net minding duties. Rattleman out after 15 saves on 18 shots. Viviana Serpentine from just inside the blue line saw her shot attempt on McGraw trickle wide. .436 to go in the second. Philly keeping the pressure on in the Union zone. They've got 3 on the Union Thunder. Reddy, Connors, and then Barrows with the third. Icing waved off by Kyle Jones. Alora Serpentine plays the puck behind her own net. Trying to feed it to Kapigian, but Cortez took it away for the Thunder. Here's Smith up the near side. Scott over center. Faced resistance. She stayed with the play, driving it in over the Union stripe before Sturkio nearly got it away. The close-up shot from Alora Serpentine. Squared up for easily by McGraw. Recording her first save of the afternoon. 3:35 to go in the second. Kapigian clears. Connors gave the puck away. Jenik walked it back in over the Philadelphia line before Kapigian cleared the second time. This is Barrows. Setting up a 3-on-2. Serpentine heads to the bench. Barrows stick handles to try to wait for her fellow Flyers to join her and offer some support, but ultimately she lost the zone. Raleigh to Gowdy for the re-entry. Reddy just maintains skate contact. Now the recipient of a centering pass dropped it back off to Gowdy at the left dot. Walking in, Gowdy's shot was stonewalled by Allison McGraw. That was ruled off target, so it won't be recorded as a shot on goal. 2:40 to go in the second. Jenik clears, and this will come back an icing. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com and let's talk about how to get you noticed. Attacking zone draw for the Little Flyers. Off the Union icing. Gap just clears. Barrows regains at center. Evades the trip from Cortez and walks into the slot. This is sticked away by Loro, pursued by Gonzalez, but Reddy recovers for Philly. She plays the puck off the near boards and walks it back into Union territory. Barrows across the line. Raleigh tips it into the corner where waiting is Nadia Reddy. Reddy found the shot lane. Shot from 30 feet was stick checked up into the protective netting behind Allison McGraw, and that brings play to a halt with $1:54 to go in the second. Fresh players on for both sides. And we're delighted to have all of you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Be sure to follow 412 Communications on all of our social media channels, Facebook, X, and Instagram at 412coms, and the Delaware Hockey Network as well at DE Hockey Network. While you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your YouTube feed to get broadcast notifications and more for when your favorite team is here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Harold's backhand was wide. The centering feed from Conabear to Fogarty on the doorstep. Didn't pan out. And the Thunder are trying to work back up ice as we come to the final minute 15 of the second period. Long shot from Sturkio was well off its target. Walden took it away from DiBerardo near side. Harold recovers behind her own goal. To Caroline Conaber as we enter the final minute of the second period. Philadelphia with a 3-0 advantage over Union. DiBerardo sails the puck from her blue line, tipped by Fogarty. In behind the Union goal line. Now Fogarty in the far corner, trying to battle for position. Lana Gonzalez takes the puck away, and she floats it ahead to Cortez to clear the zone. Madison Cortez, long shot on target, into the McIntosh glove for a pause with 25.5 to go in period number 2. Face-off coming to the right of Riley McIntosh, who is 11 for 11 in the save column this afternoon. Scott just clears her line with 20 to go. Serpentine to serpentine. Viviana couldn't find Alora on the advancing pass through the neutral zone. Last chance, Smith off the takeaway. Couldn't pave a way to the net, and the horn sounds to signal the end of the second period. 34 minutes behind us. Philadelphia 3, Union 0. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network in 90 seconds after this quick timeout.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. We're 34 minutes in to this Philadelphia Little Flyers 16U Orange matchup against the Union Thunder. With 2 periods behind us, it's a 3-0 hockey game. Second period goals, and we'll revisit them from Ella Connors and Martha Barrows. Connors putting away the rebound of a Nadia Reddy shot, crashing that. And Connors with the backhand, good for her third of the season, made it 2-0. And then just beyond midway, off the giveaway from Madison Lauro, Martha Barrows holding the right point, winds up from distance, and sneaks one past Amelia Rattleman to make this a 3-0 hockey game. Third of 3 17-minute periods has begun. Philadelphia in their home whites moving right to left in third period play. The Union Thunder in their away blacks traveling from left to right the way we see it. Ellen Smith slowed up with a high slot, lost her footing, lost the puck. Sturkio couldn't clear it. This was stick checked up in the air. It lands right in front of the Union bench. Holding her ground was Viviana Serpentine. For the Little Flyers, keeping the puck in deep. Sturkio again trying to clear. Serpentine steps up and she caroms this in behind the Union goal where it's cleared up the near side. Walden off her backhand, sails one over the stick of Alora Serpentine back to center. Turned by Viviana to Smith. Sure to gain that center red line before dumping the puck in to avoid the icing from the Philadelphia vantage point as we complete the first minute of the third period. Walden with the takeaway just clears the zone. Viviana Serpentine recovers, and she floats this in up the left wing wall. Puck rolls behind the Union goal to the far corner, and that enables the Flyers to get some fresh legs on with 73 seconds now behind us in the third period. Raleigh from the left point. Shot was just wide. Smith chases down the rebound. Reddy tries to bring it back into the slot, but she gives it away to Sydney Montez. This tipped off the toe of her stick toward Reddy, who crossed over to the near half wall to regain centering. Shot from 30 feet. Squared up for by McGraw for save number 3 on 3 shots faced so far, entering this game in relief with 5:09 to go in the second period. Her partner Amelia Rattleman gave up 3 goals on 18 shots. So far, McGraw 3 for 3 in the save column as Martha Barrows circles behind her own net. And the Thunder get some fresh legs on to start the third minute of the third. Gonzalez gave way to Connors. Gonzalez staying with the play, threw the puck back over the blue line. And that forces the Flyers to have to reset. Barrows on the re-entry. Pursued by Lily Seamus's reaching stick. Lauro could not clear. Connors getting the puck in deep again for the Flyers. Partial changing of the guard here as Connors is bodied off the puck by Gap. Fogarty could not maintain the Flyers' momentum. This is kicked by Lauro back up toward the blue line. Zone sealed off at the point by Barrows for the Flyers. Walking in and shooting was Fogarty, but just off her mark from point blank range. And the Thunder, courtesy Madison Cortez, will again clear. 3 minutes have gone by in the third period. Flyers 3, Union 0. Lyons floats the puck to Fogarty near side. She was swarmed by Baldoni and Gonzalez, but she managed to leave the puck in behind the Union goal. The best defense is a good offense, they've said. And so far, the Flyers have exhibited that, outshooting the Thunder 21-11 with 3.5 behind us in the third. Cortez muscled her way deep into the Philadelphia zone. She fed the puck to Gonzalez at center point, but she couldn't connect across the line to Baldoni. Walking in the other way for Philadelphia was Conabear, but the long shot easily handled by McGraw. Anna Scott surrounded by black sweaters in the mid-slot. Stripped of the puck. It was wristed to the far side. Baldoni with some help ahead from Lauro, just clearing the line. But Harold recovers 10 feet over the blue line and rolls the puck through traffic back in to Union territory. Here's Scott beating defenders, shooting, no! That's tipped wide by McGraw to the far corner. High danger chance for the Flyers to get a fourth, but Anna Scott did just about everything right. That lunging left arm of Allison McGraw, the difference maker there, keeping the game 3-0. Winding up from distance was Harold. Her shot blockered up with the atmosphere, and it lands on top of the net behind Allison McGraw for a pause in play with 12:33 to go, and another look at what nearly could have been a Philadelphia fourth. Harold wound up. That one went straight up. And thankfully for Allison McGraw, over the crossbar, and with that puck landing on top of the net. Play halted by the tandem of Jim Maxwell and Kyle Jones. 5 to go. Philadelphia 3, Union 0. The second half of our Saturday doubleheader here on the Delaware Hockey Network today features the Drexel Dragons men's Division I team taking on William Patterson, That game 7:40 p.m. Airtime here on the DHN 7:30 p.m. And before we hand over the Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks press box at the end of this game to our good friend Tom Wilms, who we've been fortunate to cross paths with a lot of places along the way. Tom sporting his Newman sweatshirt, but we saw the Drexel Dragons logo there as well too. So Tom, well-traveled man of many hats, commentator himself, public address announcer, sports information director. The man has and does do it all. Broadway Joe Sindoni, likewise a man of many hats, and we've all traveled in similar circles. A few USA Hockey National Championships. They say the hockey world is small, and it feels like the hockey media world in greater Philadelphia is all in this press box right now. 11:15 to go in the third period. Philadelphia 3, Union 0. As we get back to the action, Flyers cleared Montez, threw the puck in up the far boards, back over the Philadelphia line, where Viviana Serpentine sails this diagonally ahead to Anna Scott, who couldn't connect on the pass. Icing waved off by Kyle Jones, as Serpentine steps in now to regain after a failed Seamus clear. Here's Raleigh from the top of the slot with a shot just wide of the near post. 10:45 to go. 3-0. Philadelphia the advantage, and Raleigh bobbled the puck at the point. The Flyers forced back into neutral ice to reset. Barrows volleys it across the blue line. Gowdy regains after gap. Force play back to center. Now Connors. Ricocheting the puck off the near boards beyond the reach of Violet Baldoni. Baldoni caught up to by Gowdy in the near corner. And Addison Lauro with a little bit more time and space. Walks the puck over the Union line, but was quickly stonewalled. Here's Gonzalez with a little bit better momentum. Gonzalez tied up by Barrows. Couldn't get a shot away. It was stick check down right at the bottom of the far circle, and the Flyers push clear of their own zone. Connors gave way to Jenick. Raleigh pulls back to her own line but fails to clear. This nearly taken away by Baldoni, who lost her footing, lunging for the puck that Raleigh made a play at as well. Gowdy gains control at center. 1-on-2 for the Flyers. Gowdy gave way to a Seamus stick check. They converge in the far corner. Lily Seamus unable to walk free. Gowdy tries to recover the puck, but it sails just beyond her reach. Gowdy trailing back to the line. Held the zone for Philadelphia before flipping the puck to the left point where waiting was Christie, who bobbled and forced play back into neutral ice. Gowdy to Lyons. Lyons steered by Montez. Behind the net, tried to wrap her out. Here's a one-timer from Fogarty, crashing the low slot. But getting the last word again was Allison McGraw to bring her shot total up to 8 and her save total also to 8. Coming to halfway in the third period. Natalie Gap into a 1-on-3. Shoots lazily. Beckett Harold got a piece of that puck, deflecting it into the near corner of the Philadelphia zone. Gap overskates the puck. Jenick tried to tuck one into the near corner. But this is cleared out by Fogarty and pushed by Alora Serpentine back as far as the Union blue line. Thunder come back the other direction. Elizabeth Walden throws it in from neutral ice, and she heads off for a change as the puck rolls to the far corner of the Philadelphia zone. Chloe Lyons working up the near side. Driven into the boards by Cortez at center. They attract a crowd. Puck recovered by Gap as Fogarty and Cortez get tangled up. Gap outnumbered upon gaining the Philadelphia line. Where's the puck? Lauro found it in the skates of DiBerardo, and she got a shot away from 20 feet but it was turned aside easily by Riley McIntosh, now 12 for 12 in saves with 7.5 minutes to go. Harold looking for a fourth Philadelphia goal, didn't have her line from 12 feet away from the Union cage. Montez gives this away to Scott. Thrown up the near boards, Cortez recovers for Union at center with good momentum. She tried to cut into the Philadelphia zone, but she was slowed up by Scott just upon reaching the end of neutral ice. 7 minutes to go. Baldoni back at center for Union. Volleys the puck across the Philadelphia line. Beckett Harold couldn't work it out of her own end. Ellen Smith, however, does. Violet Baldoni, confronted by Smith at center, turns the puck over. Alora Serpentine gave way to a lifted stick. Gonzalez won that puck battle, but she draws attention at the blue line. Baldoni muscles past Smith. Just in over the Philadelphia stripe. Smith mid-zone, stripped the puck from her. And Kapigian works this back to center. Talene Kapigian, 3-on-2 up the right wing boards. Lumbers into the Union zone, but a pair of thunder sticks. Lily Seamus, one of them, broke up her momentum in the bottom half of the far circle. We've come down to the final 6 minutes of the contest. Serpentine with the dump and chase. Scott couldn't get a clean shot on. Sturkio and Scott collide. Serpentine picks up the puck after Sturkio was knocked off her feet. Messrs. Jones and Maxwell say play on, ladies. 5.5 to go. Viviana Serpentine, long shot. Was stopped by McGraw, struggling to get back on her feet after the initial save. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Madison Cortez ran into her own teammate, Jenik, at the top of the slot. And that 2-on-1 fell apart just as quickly as it began. Connors the other direction. Fanned on the shot, ready! Drives one home, that's her second. And Philadelphia has extended their lead to 4. Was it Barrows with the redirect? We're going to see here on the 412 Communications instant replay. As Connors walks the puck in, Gowdy with the shot. It was indeed ready. As the post-goal celebration a little bit deceptive. Seeing Barrows head toward the bench first, but indeed it was Nadia Reddy. Recording her 6th goal of the season. And 2nd of the afternoon. So ready from Gowdy and Connors. Making this a 4-0 game. Inside the final 4:12. As Elvis makes a beeline for the exit. Raleigh could not clear. Rather, that was Barrows who couldn't clear. Reddy winds up, and she sails the puck up the middle. No icing here, as that puck slowed to a screeching halt right in front of the Union goal. Jenik and Walden outnumbered as they gain the Philadelphia line. Puck recovered by Sadie Raleigh and played up the far boards by Alora Serpentine back to center. 200 seconds to go. Here's Conabear looking for one for the thumb for the Flyers. Making the save was McGraw. And the second chance shot was off its line. Union coming in numbers. Here's a 4-on-2, headed by Lana Gonzalez, steered by Harold into the far corner. Gonzalez running out of room, needing some support. In the far corner as Beckett Harold tries to chip the puck free. The battle breaks apart, and Alora Serpentine sends the puck near side where Conabear tips it over the blue line. Back to center, into the control briefly anyway of Seamus. 2:35 remaining. Philadelphia 4, Union 0. Seeger-Jenik recovers the puck and leaves it back to Walden as the Thunder re-enter. Centering pass just off its line, intended for Baldoni. The Thunder turnover, and Conabear off her backhand floats the puck back in behind the Thunder goal as we come to the final 2 minutes and change from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Elizabeth Walden trying to clear off the takeaway. Does so, but DiBerardo had time and space to recover. Final 100. Harold to Alora Serpentine. Play stays in the neutral zone. Serpentine recovers beyond center. She gives the puck away to Sydney Montez. Montez finds Cortez beyond center. Madison Cortez shot, caught and held onto by Riley McIntosh to bring play to a pause with 78 seconds to go. And the Philadelphia Little Flyers on cruise control, as barring a miracle or a breakdown, this will be their 4th win of the season. Another quick shot off the draw, another quick McIntosh save. Serpentine and Gap take the draw again to the right of Riley McIntosh, who's been a picture of perfection between the pipes for the Little Flyers this afternoon. 1 minute remaining in the period. Smith's backhand off the feed from Scott just gained the line. Kapigian protected the zone after Sturkio failed to clear. Ellen Smith blew a tire in the far corner and gave the puck away again to Sturkio. Here's Sturkio weaving through traffic, met by a pair of Flyer defenders upon gaining the line. The shot from Gap from farther back sailed over the crossbar. Final 25. Anna Scott could not clear. Gap held the zone, blocking the puck down with her skates. Smith pushes it back to center. Final 12. And Kapigian tied up with Cortez, trying to trap the puck behind the net. And that's going to bring this one to its conclusion. The final score from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks, Philadelphia Little Flyers 4, Union Thunder 0. A look at the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Nadia Reddy with 2 goals and an assist. Taking first star honors, Isabella Gowdy with a pair of apples. Second star, Riley McIntosh with her 14 save shutout. Named the 3rd star of today's game. So Philadelphia improving to 4-11-1 on the season. Union dropping to 1-12-0 in Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association action here this year. A look back at the highlights from the game, including one of Riley McIntosh's 14 saves, and then Nadia Reddy leading this team with 3 points, propelling the Flyers to a 4-0 win over Union. For Broadway, Joe Sindoni. For our co-executive producer, Molly Jo Rosen. For Tom Wilms, Trey Wright, Mark McClure, everybody behind the scenes. James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Thanks for joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by Heather A. Long. Once again, the final score, Philadelphia 4, Union 0. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tonight. Drexel taking on William Patterson. Airtime 7:30, game time 7:40. Until then, we'll catch you on the flip side.